Hey there, everybody. This is Zach from Digital Dilemma. If you haven't been keeping up today, some big news out of the Square Enix front, my favorite company. If anybody hasn't known this about me, I am a total Square Enix fanboy. But they just got some exciting news. They're going to be having a multi-year, multi-game partnership with none other than the big company known as Marvel. Now, Square Enix and Marvel have actually kind of had a relationship in the past before, and it's kind of interesting to look at because Square Enix has its PlayArts Kai line. And PlayArts Kai didn't necessarily start in this way, but it kind of went in this way that Tetsuya Nomura, way back, started just drawing a ton of different pictures of a ton of different characters. And these characters were like DC, Marvel, some of them were Star Wars, and he just started drawing these crazy, kind of Final Fantasy-esque, like, over-the-top characters. And so a lot of those characters ended up starting making it into the PlayArts Kai line, which is their like very high-end toy model kits. That they're like usually about $120, $130 for each thing, and they're very well made. So Square Enix and Marvel have kind of had that relationship in the past, but this is like a whole new relationship in that Square Enix is now getting their games. I don't know, because they didn't really say if it's an exclusive deal or if they're just doing a deal that Square Enix is definitely going to be manufacturing a multi-amount of games that only they're going to be able to, or that they're just going to be allowed to do, or if this means that other companies will not be able to manufacture Marvel games because Square Enix has the rights to that. Now, it's looking like this is just going to be a partnership between Square Enix and Marvel, because Marvel does have Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy coming out this year. So that's another Marvel IP that is going to be out there. And that's how Marvel's made its money in the past, is licensing its IPs out. They've licensed it out to Lego a ton, and that was published by WB. The Spider-Man games were published by Activision, and a few other games were published by Ubisoft, and of course there's Marvel vs. Capcom, which is published by Capcom. So Marvel has kind of had its hand in a multitude of pots. But this is much more of a concise of a project. The first one that they have fully 100% announced is going to be called the Avenger Project. I mean, that's probably a working title. It's not. They're not going to name the game the Avengers Project. They showed a 30-second trailer, more or less. It looks like you're going to be playing as the core cast of the Avengers: Captain America, Thor, probably Black Widow. So it's seeming like it's going to be more centralized around that cast. But that being said, it could be a much larger game. A lot of people are hoping that it might even be as large as, say, Marvel Ultimate Alliance. But that remains to be seen. The game is being published by Eidos Montreal, as well as Crystal Dynamics. In fact, they're actually co-developing it. Square Enix, of course, owns both of those companies, so Square Enix has the resources to really farm this game out to some really talented development teams to get the best bang for their buck. Eidos Montreal, for instance, did Hitman, or not Hitman. Hitman is also owned by Square Enix, though, but no, they did Deus Ex Human Revolution and Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Both of those games, outstanding. Recommend them to everybody. Don't let the reviews that tell you about the ending sucking deter you from having the great experience of Mankind Divided. And Crystal Dynamics, on the other hand, they did the Tomb Raider reboot, and you really can't knock the Tomb Raider reboot. Like, that was a game that was in dire straits, also thanks to Crystal Dynamics, but they were a company that took a step back, said, how can we fix the problem we created? And then they fixed it with a vengeance. Now, some might say in some conspiracy circles that they created the problem so that they could fix it, so that they could get all the praise for fixing it. But we're not gonna approach that. Not here. But both of those teams have proven themselves time and time again. So the project does seem to be in very good hands. Now, there's no confirmation of what they're going to be doing going forward. That's the interesting part, because there are a lot of companies under Square Enix now. Square Enix, way back in the day, going way back in the day, was originally Squaresoft and Enix. I mean, most people know this, but for the people who don't, Enix was Dragon Quest, Square Enix was Final Fantasy. These were the two biggest RPGs at the time. So, RPGs in Japan, I should say, but they were very popular in America at the time. So the two companies said, let's merge and be one. So they did that, and that was supposed to be the super conglomerate, and everybody seems to forget that it's not just Square and Enix that are part of this massive conglomeration. They have a lot of other talent from around the world. As I said, the Hitman developers are part of Square Enix. There's Avalanche, that's part of Square Enix. They're the ones who did Just Cause under Eidos. So it's a very big company with a lot of different teams to make stuff. Now, personally, what I'm hoping for is just them to say fuck it and give us Final Fantasy with Marvel. Just Final Fantasy Marvel game. That is literally all I want. And put all of them in Tetsuya Nomura outfits. All of them. That is how you sell me an RPG based in the Marvel Universe. But I digress. We don't know anything about the project going forward, except for the fact that there is a multi-year deal. It doesn't seem to give them exclusive rights to the characters, the Marvel Universe, but it does seem to set up some big partnership. So there's probably going to be some connection between the games. That's what it's kind of seeming like, or that maybe Square Enix and Marvel are going to be building a video game universe. It might even be part of the cinematic universe, or it might be its own universe that has the depth of the cinematic universe. No idea yet, but it is a great partnership. So that is the end of the video. As per usual, like and subscribe if you are on YouTube. Really helps me out. And leave comments below. What would you like to see out of a Square Enix and Marvel conglomerate team up, if you will? Two universes colliding. Because, again, they have a lot of talent. So there's a lot of different things to pull from, and a lot of different games under this Square Enix banner that might be cool to see get a Marvel spin. So what are you interested to see out of this? What would you like to see? Leave the comments below. I would love to read them. Anyway, that's everything, so thank you for watching.